Alright, we're here at Lake Maria State Park. Gonna see if we can catch some fall colors here. I have a couple hours for an afternoon day hike, so let's see what we can see for some fall colors. Let's strap on a pack and head out. Yeah, well, welcome to Lake Maria State Park. Wanted to get out, make sure I got out this year to check out the fall colors. This last year I didn't really seize the opportunity, so I think I'm a little early this year. But there's definitely some color to be had. Let's get down the trail here a little ways and let's enjoy the fall. It's my favorite time of year. We'll see you down the trail. Well, it's a beautiful day. It's October 8th. It's gonna try to approach 70 degrees today. It's sunny, not a cloud in the sky. A little windy, but totally fine. Gets the leaves flying a little bit. So all we have planned for today is a short little 5-mile hike. I did reserve a campsite just for a place to hunker down and make some lunch and chill out for a little bit. I'll show you that. I reserved campsite B1 here, which has been one I've been wanting to kind of check out. Looks like one of the cooler ones, so I'll show you what that one looks like here shortly, because we're almost there. We just arrived at backpacking site B1. Really been wanting to check this one out, so let's see what's back here. Just gonna have some lunch and chillax for a little bit and soak up the fall. I love fall, so it's gonna be great. So I got a nice little view of the lake here. Here we are at backpacking site B1, and it is stunning to say the least. Wish I was staying the night right about now, but just a quick day hike today, so I'll show you around here a little bit. Nice little spot to sit by the campfire there. Usual bear box. Essentially surrounded by water here, which is just awesome. I primarily hammock camp, thus far. And I'm just looking at these trees here right by the water, and I just really want to set up my hammock and take a load off. I actually have it with me. I could actually just do that. This is the view right off where I would have my hammock hanging. Make a little lunch here. Should be enough to get a good boil here. Make sure we got a lot. There we go. A little rusty with the old fire steel. Well, might have went out. I don't know, I can feel the heat, it's still going. Let it get nice and hot and we'll drop the pot on here and boil some water. Dang, it's windy out today, holy smokes. Oh yeah. She's going. Sorry I'm blocking your view here. Alright, let's let that boil up and hydrate some chicken teriyaki, I think is what I brought. I'll have some lunch here. The meal sleeve I made is definitely nice on a windy day like this where the wind is going to suck all the heat off the bag. So I just dropped my bag into the meal sleeve and leave it sit for 10 minutes or so. I'm gonna be ready for some lunch. I wasn't sure if I was gonna get a boil there because the wind was whipping through there like crazy and kept blowing away my heat shield on my stove. I need one that goes all the way around the stove. Yeah, so I like to get out here and do these short trips just to get out here in different weather scenarios. Like today's beautiful, but it's just super windy. I definitely need to rethink my heat shield on my alcohol stove. That wasn't sufficient today. It kept blowing away. I need one that's made out of tin that goes all the way around the stove that I don't have to sit and hold as the wind, if the wind changes directions and stuff. The tarp on my hammock, I need to figure out a way to just keep it tight in the high winds. You see it's loose and it's flappy, but I got everything pulled down tight, so I'm gonna have to rethink that. I have a different tarp that I normally use as well too, that you can cinch down for more angles. It's actually got two spots to cinch it down to the ground rather than just the diamond shaped tarp. It's a polygon. Is that a polygon? Hexagon hexagon. It's a hexagon-shaped tarp is the one I use now. So, and that the more spots you can tie a tarp down, the better you can get it tight, and it's going to be better in high winds. You can see this one's going to flap, flap in high winds, even though I got it cinched down. So I'm going to tear down the hammock and eat lunch and hike out of here, and I'll check back in here shortly. Just getting things packed up here, and I'm going to start heading back to the car here. Had fun, learned a few things as always, as I always do. That's the fun of it, for me at least. Catch up with you in a few minutes. So for some future adventures, I'm looking at hot tenting. Starting to research it online, seeing what it takes, what equipment I need. So the plan is to be able to pull my tent in on a sled behind me and do like a teepee style hot tent. But the stoves are super expensive, so I'm looking at this paint can stove. It's kind of sounding like a bad idea, but I might build one because they're cheap. You can build them for like less than $10 and do some trial runs with it and see how long I can keep one rolling. It feels like you're going to need to feed that an awful lot. But that's what I plan to start doing this winter. Hoping to bring you guys along on some of those adventures. Should be coming up in the near future. So, starting to approach the end of my hike here. It's beautiful out today. I just wish it wasn't quite so windy, but once you get deeper into the woods, you don't really notice the wind so much. So when you're hiking and it's this windy, you want to keep reminding yourself to look up, especially when you get to camp. You want to do it anyways, but on a windy day like this is what loosens up those widowmakers. I've seen a pretty substantial widowmaker here in the past when I was hiking. I didn't see it fall, but I happened to walk by it after the fact, and you see something like that with the top of a tree sheared off and laying on the ground, you can get a grasp of the energy involved in something like that. So on a windy day like this, that's kind of what I'm thinking about. Just real relaxing here. Well, that's it for my day hike at Lake Maria State Park. Thanks for joining me. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. I'm going to sign off now and remind you guys to hike until the signal's weak. Later.